Hey friends, I'm Jonathan Smith, and this is Jump In with Jonathan, the podcast that makes you think, smile, and take action. Are you ready to jump in this show with me? Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome back to Jump In with Jonathan. I'm your host, Jonathan Smith. Today we're going to be diving into a phrase we've all heard, and at some point in our lives, maybe even lived out. It is the phrase called burning bridges. You know what I'm talking about. Walking away from a relationship, a friendship, or even a job, and knowing once you walk away, there's no turning back. Sometimes it's deliberate, sometimes it's accidental. But here's the question: when is burning a bridge the right move? And when does it make life harder down the road? See, when we burn a bridge, it's a 50-50 shot if we ever will get a second chance or not. So I want to give you, number one, what burning a bridge really means. Burning a bridge is more than just leaving someone or something behind. It's cutting off the possibility of going back. It can happen in different situations. Quitting a job in frustration without notice. I've done that once or twice. Ending a friendship with a final text or a big blow up or cussing them out. That's sad because you've called this person a friend. You've considered this person somewhat family, and now you've burnt the bridge. Publicly calling out someone in a way that makes reconciliation nearly impossible. The thing is, it's not always bad. Sometimes the bridge you burn is the one that leads you back to a place that's not healthy for you or healthy for your family. Other times, and this is the hardest one, it's a bridge you wish you hadn't burned. I've burnt several bridges in my life. There have been times that when I've burned a bridge, it was good for me. It was good for my mental health. It was good for my family. It was good for my relationship. It was good for lots of different reasons. Then there's been other times that I've burnt bridges and I step back and I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do? Why in the world did I do that? Why would I have burnt of all the bridges? Why would I have burnt this bridge? So when I begin to look at that, I want to give you something today on when is it wise to burn a bridge. There are moments when burning a bridge has self preservation, toxic environments, a workplace that's unethical, a friend who constantly manipulates, or a relationship that's abusive. At that moment, it's very wise to burn a bridge. I've burnt bridges in several of these areas. Protecting your values of keeping the connection means betraying who you are. You should never do anything that goes against your beliefs as a person. Whether you're a Christian or a non Christian, we all have beliefs, we all have morals, we all have values that we hold true to. And you and I should not be put in a place that we have to choose our beliefs and our values over a decision. At that moment, it is time to burn a bridge and do what is right. Breaking harmful cycles if you've been in the same unhealthy pattern for years. Sometimes burning a bridge is locking the back door behind you. It makes sure you don't slip back into a situation that you have fought hard to escape. Sometimes you need to pour a lot of gas across that bridge before you burn it. That way you make sure there's no turning back. That is when it's wise. If you're in an abusive relationship and you leave that relationship and they're begging you to come back, saying, please come back. If you come back, I won't hit you no more. If you come back, I won't yell at you no more. If you come back, I'll quit being a narcissist. If you'll come back, I won't be a manipulator. Do not go back. If you come back, I promise I won't cheat on you again. Do not go back. Burn that bridge. when you're getting ready to walk out of a job because you've not had a raise in several years, because you feel underappreciated, because of all of that, and you tell them, hey, I'm going to leave, and all of a sudden they have the money to give you a raise, and all of a sudden they want to give you awards, and all of a sudden they want to give you plaques to make you feel good. Burn that bridge. Burn it. Go somewhere that you don't have to beg for a raise. Go somewhere that you don't have to ask to be recognized. Go somewhere that appreciates you. Go to people that care for you. Burn that bridge when it comes to a friend who lies, who cheats, who steals from you, who will say, "Let me borrow a couple dollars," and never pay it back, or who will use their situation to manipulate you into giving them money, into giving them sympathy, into giving them things, and then all of a sudden you look and they didn't need them. Burn that bridge. See, well, you've told me to burn a bridge. Can we ever mend a bridge? Absolutely, we can. And that's what I want to look at next. On the every on the other hand, sorry about that. On the other hand, not every conflict needs to end with a big fire. Not every conflict means that I have to burn a bridge or that I'm going to burn a bridge. Misunderstandings can be fixed with real conversation. More than sending a text, more than sending an email, more than sending a voice recording, but meeting that other party face to face, saying, let's resolve this now. Sometimes swallowing your pride is the only thing stopping you from repairing things. I've talked to people before and I've told them, I said, you need to man up, you need to woman up, you need to go tell them I'm sorry. I didn't do nothing wrong. It doesn't matter. Be the better person. Be the bigger person. Be willing to step up and say, look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we're fighting. I'm sorry that we're arguing. I'm sorry that we're bickering. And I do not want to burn this bridge. In the professional world, keeping relationship intact can open doors later on. A few months ago, I was in a store and I was having a rough day. I needed something and I jumped down someone's throat in a store. And when I left that store, I felt terrible about what I'd done. So a couple months ago, I went back into that store and found that person and I apologized to them. And ever since then, I've built a relationship with that person. Not that opened doors, but because it was the right thing to do. The key is asking yourself, is the damage really permanent? Or am I just angry right now? Sometimes when you're having a bad day, sometimes when you're angry, sometimes when you're cranky and you know that if you say the wrong thing, it's going to burn a bridge, just be quiet and move on. Everybody has an opinion. Opinions are like buttholes. 100% of them stink. Okay? We're not all going to agree with them. But at the end of the day, don't let your anger cause you to burn a bridge that if you will just bite your tongue, bite your lip, something that can be mended. So, how do I decide if I'm going to burn a bridge or if I'm going to mend a bridge? Number one, ask yourself, is this emotional or intentional? Am I going to let my emotions get ahead of me and burn this bridge? Or am I intentionally burning this bridge because it's the best thing for me and my situation? Ask yourself, could boundaries fix this instead of destruction? There's no boundaries in an abusive relationship. There are no boundaries when dealing with a narcissist. There are no boundaries when dealing with a manipulator. There are no boundaries when someone cheats on you. There are no boundaries in none of those things. And those things cannot be fixed. I don't care what people say. I don't care who says what. I was on a podcast a couple weeks ago sitting down with someone and I said, once a cheater, always a cheater. If somebody will cheat on you now, they'll cheat on you later down the road. The other person in that conversation said that's not necessarily true. I totally disagree. So take it for what you want. Can boundaries fix this instead of destruction? Will this choice still make sense in a year. If you're in doubt about any of these questions, when you're asking yourself this, take a breath, step back before making the final decision. Step back and process the whole situation. A lot of us want to be reactive. A lot of us want to react instantly. And sometimes the best reaction is no reaction at all. Well, what happens if I burn a bridge, or what happens if I mend a bridge? How can I move forward without regret? I'm glad you asked. If you've already burned a bridge and it still feels right, don't carry guilt. Sometimes letting go is necessary. There are people that I have locked out of my life. There are people that I've blocked out of my life. There are people that I have moved on from, that to this day, I can see them out. I can look at them and I'm like, whew, I'm glad that bridge is burnt. If you burned a bridge in a moment of anger and you regret it, it's never too late. Get hold of this. It is never too late to reach out and apologize and to see if there's a way to rebuild the bridge. It's going to take you swallowing your pride. It's going to take you saying I'm wrong. It's going to take you saying I screwed up. It's going to take you saying a lot of things and meaning it. You can look at me and say you're sorry, but if your actions does not follow your apology sucks. Either way, the goal is to move forward without bitterness. You can walk away from someone without hating them, and you can protect yourself without destroying someone else's dignity. There are people that I've walked away from today that I can, if I see them out in the store, if I see them out and about, I can say, hey, how are you? I can be nice to them. I don't have to be their best friend. I don't have to love them like a best friend, but I will love them from a distance. So here's the takeaway. Not every bridge should be burned, and not every bridge should be rebuilt. Wisdom lies in knowing when to burn the bridge and when to rebuild the bridge. As I wrap up today, if this episode made you think about a bridge in your own life, whether you burn it, rebuild it, or you're still in the process trying to figure out which way to go with it, I'd love to hear your story. Send me a message. Email me, pastorsmith387@gmail.com, or leave a comment. I say, hey, I'd like some advice on what to do. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time we jump in together. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to today's episode on Jump In with Jonathan, and keep in mind that life is better when you jump in. Have a blessed day.